Good day everyone. For those of you who have met Yurie in one of our previous videos, you will know that he's a professional football player, very strong, muscular and fit, but lacking flexibility. As a goalie, flexibility is critical to enable him to reach high balls with his feet or hands, as well as being able to stretch his torso, not to mention avoiding injuries. Yurie approached Sole2Soul to help him to improve his flexibility, and through our unique holistic yoga approach, we have developed a program for you. Increasing flexibility also helps to develop body awareness, creating space in the whole body, releases pressure on the joints to prevent injuries, and enhances overall well-being. These are all very simple asana aimed at improving flexibility, and although it has therapeutic benefits, you don't need to be a medical professional or yoga teacher to practice these, nor do you need to be a professional athlete to benefit from it. The entire practice can be as long as you need it to be. You can do it in one go or break the sessions up depending on what you want to focus on. We will indicate the recommended rotations or repetitions at the beginning of each section, but you should listen to your body and be aware of your own body, its strengths and limitations and range of motion. Key to this practice is to keep the awareness on the breath and body. And you will see that Karen is sitting with Yurie today and will touch him on various parts of his body just to keep his awareness on his body and what he needs to focus on. And so as you lie on your back in Savasana or corpse pose, connect with your body, ease it out, lengthen the limbs, and find your breath as you practice full belly breath. Extending the belly on an inhale, slowly release on an exhale. Use this to quieten the mind and bring yourself into your body and practice for today. Before we start with warm-ups, just start with some organic movements. Rolling from side to side, fully rolling over 3 to 4 times in each direction if you want to. Wiggling the body, stretching out, slowly kicking out with the arms and legs like a beetle on its back. Connect with what your body requires you to do to become fully aware. Our first session is warm-ups. And it really is recommended that you do these warm-ups each time before you do a session, because it prepares the body for what is to come. And so we're going to start with stretching the arms over the head in an inhalation. Stretching out the whole body from the fingertips to the toes. Relaxing the arms and flex the feet. Stretch on the inhale, relax on the exhale. And you can do that for 5 to 7 rounds, or however long it works for you and what the body needs. And when you are ready, you can relax, keep the arms over the head. And on an inhalation, we're going into asana. So inhaling, and as you exhale, walk the arms and legs to one side. Feel that stretch in the hip. Make sure that you keep the opposite hip on the floor, and if it is in your practice, you can cross the legs at the ankles, the outside leg over the inside leg to intensify the stretch, even pulling on the wrist slightly. Hold it for about 5 to 7 breaths, and when you are ready, uncross the leg, walk the legs back to the middle on an inhalation, and exhale, Bananasana to the other side. First with the legs on the floor, keeping the hip on the floor, and when you're ready, you can cross the ankle and pull on the wrist, intensifying the stretch. Again, you stay here for as long as you need to. And when you are ready, you will come back to the middle on an inhalation. Stay there for a moment as we get ready for leg locks. Inhaling, bending the right leg. Always start on the right leg, holding under the knee preferably. The right leg works on the ascending colon, so while we are working on our flexibility, we're also working on our digestive system. Holding it there for about 5 to 7 breaths. Rotating the ankle and flexing and pointing the toes. And then from there on an inhalation, move the knee towards the armpit. Slightly again, keep that hip on the floor. Allow yourself to release and relax. Holding it for 5 to 7 breaths. And back to center. Placing the sole of the foot on the floor and slowly lowering down to the floor. You get ready for the left side. Bending the left knee. Holding under the knee. Relax and release there for 5 to 7 breaths. Here we're working on the descending colon. Rotating the ankle, flexing and pointing the toes. And from the leg lock, you can move your knee towards the armpit, allowing it to release and relax. Holding for 5 to 7 breaths. Shoulders and hip on the floor. And back to center. Straightening that leg slowly again. Take a moment to release. And now we're getting ready for a twist as we bend both our knees. Keeping the feet on the floor, comfortable distance away from the buttocks. And we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we slowly lower the knees to the floor. Holding for 5 to 7 breaths, arms are shoulder height, palms facing down to keep the body stable. Inhale to the middle, and exhale to the other side. And back to the middle again. And if you are flexible enough, you can raise the feet from the floor, bending the knees towards the chest and twist again. And now it's important to keep the shoulders on the floor. So if you feel that the shoulder lift, don't bring the knees all the way to the floor or make it rest on a block. Inhale to the middle and exhale to the other side. You will see that often it happens that you are more flexible on the one side than the other side. Yurie finds it a lot easier to twist to that side, to his left side, than it is to his right side. Bringing to the middle, straightening the legs again onto the floor, letting the feet flop out, arms relaxed. Take a moment, nice deep inhalation in and sigh out. As we get ready for butterfly, we're going to bend the one leg, bending at the knee, slowly lowering it to the side, and then bending the other knee, slowly lowering it to the side. Important when we go into butterfly to open the hip first by dropping the feet outside and then bending one leg at a time. And here you can again support your legs with blocks if you need to, and allow yourself to stay here for as long as you can, just to release the hips and opening the hips. And you can also do this seated. And when you are ready, you can bend the one knee, straighten the knees again, bringing it together, one leg at a time, as you relax in Savasana. Inhale and sigh out 3 times. Feel the changes in the body after the warm-ups. And one last time, nice deep inhalation and sighing out, as we prepare ourselves for session 1. And session 1 works with the spine, the hips, the psoas, and the ITB. And so staying there in Savasana, reconnecting with your body and how it is feeling. Slowly turn onto your side. Checking down your body, supporting the head with your arm. Checking down the body, making sure that you're in a straight line. You want to lengthen down the body, almost as if someone is pulling you. And now we're going to raise the top leg a little bit, bending the knee at 90 degrees and pushing that foot backwards as if you are pushing something behind you. Just a slight movement. Keeping the leg and hip aligned. It's very important that you don't lower the knee out of range of the hip. 5 to 7 repetitions. And when you are ready, you can straighten that leg again, bending the knee towards your nose. Again, 5 to 7 repetitions to the nose and back. Slowly, small, gentle movements. Straighten that leg again when you've done your repetitions, and slowly roll onto your belly into Advasana. Stay there for a moment, and when you are ready, you're going to roll over onto your other side. Again, check down the front of your body, make sure that you are in line, adjust where you need to adjust. If you battle with keeping your balance, you can use your hand or a block behind the back just to help you there. And now again, bending the top leg 90 degrees, keep the hip and knee in line as you gently push the foot backwards. About 5 to 7 repetitions. And when you've done your repetition, straighten again, and now bending the knee towards the nose. Again, keep the leg aligned and gentle movements. Straighten that leg again, and once again roll onto your belly into Advasana. Inhale, sigh out. Just take a moment to feel the hips, compare the body, feel what it feels like before you did this practice. It's quite an intense practice, especially if you have tight hips and ITB. Practice your belly breath here, slow, deep inhalations and exhalations as we get ready for Sphinx. And here as well, if you feel that you need to support your lower back a little bit, you can rest onto a cushion as you bend your arms for Sphinx. Check your alignment here. Shoulders, wrists, elbows in line. Chest nice and open, straight back. Fingers nice and firm on the floor. Make sure that your wrists and elbows are also in line. Lower back is relaxed. The buttocks released. You can push the pelvis into the floor or engage the pubic bone, engaging the legs. Hold for 5 to 7 breaths. When you are ready on an inhalation, pushing yourself onto your hands into Cobra. Still relaxing the lower legs, still relaxing the back and the buttocks, keeping the elbows slightly bent, pushing the pelvis into the floor, engaging the legs. Hold for 5 to 7 breaths and return to Sphinx if you need to. And here, if you want to engage the back a bit more and really release the belly and hip flexors, you can bend the knees, keep them square, and slowly lift them centimeter or two as you bend the upper back, keeping the back long. Don't compress the lower back. Don't clench the buttocks. Try to keep these relaxed so that you can access the correct muscles. Hold for 5 to 7 breaths. Release slowly down as you push yourself into pose of the child. And you can use a bolster or a cushion if you can't come all the way down. It helps to release the back and chest and the hips. Open the chest by bending the arms, releasing the shoulders. Stay there, relax here. Inhale and sigh out 3 times, feeling the changes in the body. And when you are ready, you can stop here and continue the other sessions at another time. So when you're ready, come into a seated position. Circling the arms around you, bringing hands to heart center. Smile and namaste. Thank you.
Our philosophy at Sole2Soul Yoga is to welcome anyone who would like to bring more well-being into their lives, regardless of shape, size, age, fitness, or flexibility level. Our holistic approach allows our students to develop at their own pace, their own level of comfort and awareness. If you would like to know more about our classes, workshops, or training, contact us at yogi@sole2soulyoga.co.za. Namaste.